because we're beautiful. Future. Forever. My regular niffler.
Hello beautiful people, how's it going? I'm back with another video. Before I started this extremely strange Wizarding World discussion, I just wanted to tell you guys, just as a disclaimer, that I'm not angry, I'm not triggered. If this video seems a bit violent, just know that I'm fine. I just wanted to document this, and I just wanted to talk about the state of the Wizarding World and the disaster that just happened because J.K. Rowling decided to return to Twitter. And before we start, if you guys aren't already following me on all of my social medias, please make sure to do so. The links are in the description box below so we can get connected and we can have a conversation online. So if you guys have been subscribed to my channel for a while, you'll know that I document the Wizarding World and everything that happens in it. I've collected every single Harry Potter Funko Pop over the past like 3 or 4 years, and my room is literally filled with Wizarding World memorabilia. So I guess you could say that I have a special place in my heart for the Wizarding World and for J.K. Rowling and for everything that she's done to help this world flourish. Now, before I start talking, I just wanted to reiterate once more that I'm not like entitled to like an opinion about the Wizarding World just because I'm a fan of it, and I recognize that, but there's just some things that you just need to take into consideration when you're dealing with a product that has such a huge fan base. And I feel like Jo is trying so hard, and this is the thing, I feel so bad for her because she's trying so hard to fix the mess that happened after the Crimes of Grindelwald, which I will get to in a second. And this first step, this was not it. So last week, J.K. Rowling finally returned to Twitter after a 7-month-long hiatus, which a lot of people were like really like confused about because she tweeted, sometimes you have to turn darkness into light or whatever with like the Cursed Child like Delphi logo, which everyone was just like, wow, okay, so we're not really #keeping the secrets anymore because we're really getting into the dark side of the Cursed Child, which was something that, you know, they advised audiences not to talk about. And basically what she did was she announced that there was going to be like this huge thing at Times Square in New York where they're going to announce something related to Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. And even though it's not really her fault for fans becoming very speculative and like thinking that maybe something bigger was going to come out of this reveal, but usually when a person reveals something, it's something that would benefit the audience, maybe something that they could go see, maybe new tour dates, maybe something. Not what it turned out to be. So fans across the world got super duper excited. Fans were flying to New York to see this live event, only for it to be revealed that they were just rebranding the logo and changed the Harry Potter and the Cursed Child font to fit the Harry Potter movie logo. I don't even know what to say at this point. Not only are you, 1, taking advantage of your really huge fan base, but you are 2, like you're manipulating them. Like I don't know how to feel. If you have nothing to announce, then stay in your hiatus until you finish writing Fantastic Beasts 3, and let's hope those mistakes or errors, whatever you want to call it, get resolved in that 3rd film, because fans are losing their patience. And I personally, you guys know, I loved The Crimes of Grindelwald. There was a portion of my life where I hated it. But I basically, when I saw it, I loved it. But a part of that was just because of my excitement and all the videos I made on it. And then the cracks really started to show as the public just began to hate on it so much. And then I just fell back in love with it again because I just realized that I love being a part of the Wizarding World and I love being in it. But obviously, the film did have glaring issues, and for example, when David Yates and David Heyman were asked about, you know, the introduction of McGonagall before she even started teaching in Hogwarts, they just said that it's J.K. Rowling's world and we're blessed to be living in it, and so that just didn't really sit well with the fans, and brings me back to my main point about what's going on with the Wizarding World at this moment, and it's a bit of a disaster. Now, once again, before I continue, I just would like to say that I'm not mad. I'm just kind of documenting this for you guys, and I wanted to talk about it. But for J.K. Rowling to finally come back to Twitter after taking a long time off because of the events of the Crimes of Grindelwald, and for her to come back with something like this, it was just meaningless. And I feel like that's not what the fans needed, and it's not something that you needed to do to kind of bring hype back into the Wizarding World, because all it did was make it worse. Like, I honestly cannot stress how much of a bad time it is right now to be a Harry Potter fan. We literally, like, we are like the disease of all fandoms, and it's upsetting. It's so upsetting. But all of that is due to J.K. Rowling's not only poor behavior online, but now her lack of behavior online, if you know what I mean. I mean, she's not active, and the one time she is active, it's to announce something that didn't really need to be announced, like with an event, and fans didn't need to go down to Times Square to see this big mural of the Cursed Child logo change into the film ones. People were expecting a film. People were expecting maybe a sequel. People may have been expecting like the name or the title of Fantastic Beasts 3, which you guys have delayed to 2021. It's 2019. We still have another 2 years to go until Fantastic Beasts 3 comes out. And it's been almost a year since the last one came out. This wait doesn't make any sense, and it is quite frankly exhausting. Absolutely exhausting. And you giving yourself that time is good because it just means you can fix, like really fix and perfect the third film. But if that film is not a success, then I honestly don't know how Warner Brothers is going to go forward with Fantastic Beasts 3. And it's really upsetting because, as you guys can see, I've invested a lot of my time, effort, and money into the Fantastic Beasts franchise, which, again, I don't regret. It's just something that I wanted to talk about. And finally, another thing I wanted to mention, since I'm just going off and off and off about the Wizarding World, is just a message to all of you Harry Potter fans who are like really, really heavily into it and are heavily into social media and everything. Firstly, to be kind to one another. And then secondly, to try and be kind to J.K. Rowling. The reason she went off Twitter is because of all the hate she's been receiving. And if we want to make the Wizarding World a better fandom or a better place or like a better kind of like community to want to be a part of and to want to spend time in, we just kind of need our creator, like the creator of the Wizarding World, to be present and to be thinking straight. I thought these 7 months of being on a hiatus would have helped, but the very first thing she does when she's back is make a mistake as grand as this. And even though it doesn't seem like it, it was the way fans reacted to the excitement of feeling like they were going to receive something new and exciting, and just getting nothing in return, especially because the Wizarding World has been very dry recently, apart from all of the merchandise that has been coming out of nowhere. I don't know why, and I'm not complaining, but that's the only thing us fans have been getting. And so it's just something that I think Warner Brothers and J.K. Rowling specifically need to take care of before they butcher it. And I'm not a person who watches, like, for example, the Star Wars franchise, but you guys know, well, if you're a fandom enthusiast or whatever, you guys know what happens when films get handled under like unfulfilling hands, or the fandom starts to go AWOL because your content is not making sense in canon, or whatever was happening in the Star Wars like world when Rogue One or whatever came out, because that was a disaster. Or Solo, when Solo came out, like, wow, it was a disaster. And I'm honestly so glad I'm not a part of the Star Wars fandom, because like the way that like went downhill, like I know that the Wizarding World is like somewhat on the way, but at least we're not there yet. And there's still hope for us to move forward. And it's just, I don't know. The 7 books and the 8 films will always be gold. They will always be iconic, and they will always hold a huge part of like my heart, and that's completely fine. But with the state of the Wizarding World at the moment and everything that's happening, it's just like, it makes me really nervous. Really, really, really nervous. And for J.K. Rowling to just do this kind of like Twitter reveal that just didn't amount to anything was a bit of a disaster. And I just really hope we can all move forward from it. Yeah. So anyways, guys, that was my video on discussing J.K. Rowling's latest Twitter reveal, or whatever the hell she did, because honestly, I don't even know what to call it. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll be uploading 3 times this week. So if you guys are bored, just keep your eyes out for this channel, because we have some really interesting stuff coming out in the next couple of days. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave me a like and a comment down below, and subscribe to my channel to see a lot more Harry Potter content. Bye, guys!
because we're beautiful. Person is from future. Forever. My regular niffler.